Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to be going over the Extreme Z Awakening for the AGL Kid Buu. So we don't have him on the first rotation here, running him on the Resurrected Warriors team, since that is the team that offers him the highest attack boost. So while we get through this first rotation, let's bring up the details here and go through what he does post Extreme Z Awakening. So of course, like most EZA units, his leader skill gets an update. He is now AGL types Key +2, HP attack and defense 70%. Not the worst, but I mean, by this point, if you don't have a better AGL leader, you're probably going to have the Say a Man from the barbershop, who is essentially the same but with an extra key. So you're probably not going to be using him as a leader anytime soon. His super attack still causes supreme damage and now greatly lowers defense. Not a hugely useful mechanic outside of the Broly events, but the passive skill, this is obviously where the biggest change comes in. So he went from having recover 12% HP at the start of the turn to recover 14% HP at the start of the turn, attack plus 14% and defense plus 7% per key sphere obtained. So both these new EZAs, the units, have become nukers. Now we've got the Tech Tapion, who's on the category on rotation with him. He is an orb changer. Because unfortunately, looking at the links, his links obviously don't change. They never really do with EZAs. He has the typical Majin Buu sort of link package, which means no key links. He has Fierce Battle, but then he has links like Majin, which he doesn't really share with anyone else on the team. Big Bad Bosses can be pretty hit or miss on this category. I don't think anyone has more than meets the eye. Brutal Beatdown, the Angel Golden Frieza has, so we're going to pair them together. So we're going to jump in here. So we've got at least the Fierce Battle with Tapion, and we've got all these nice orbs, so we can pick up quite a few. Let's see which way we get the most. I think they're the same, aren't they? Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9. It's about 9. Let's take those. So we'll see how well he defends, because he's going to get a pretty decent defense boost from picking up all of those. And then we do have the Demon King Piccolo on the rotation, who gives an attack boost as well. So let's see. Well, there you go. Tanking for double digits. That's what we like to see. 1.5 million attack stat. Okay. So 1.6 basically on the crit. So not bad. I think the biggest problem with this unit, I mean, he was always quite bad, to be fair. I mean, maybe when he first came out, not so much, but I mean, as soon as Kid Buu came on the scene, this guy was just completely outdated, never going to be used again, apart from, I guess, maybe to fill gaps on an extreme AGL team. But I mean, we picked up a fairly sizable amount of orbs thanks to the orb changing there, and we still only got up to a 1.5 attack stat. I know from having used the Rainbowed Kid Buu quite a bit on Global that we are used to seeing attack stats way higher from him. So whilst this EZA is definitely a measured improvement, I don't see that he is going to be taking the place of the Kid Buu anytime soon. I mean, the recovering 14% HP at the start of the turn definitely will be useful for things like Super Battle Road, EZA events, but I mean, the Kid Buu, the Kid Buu heals on super attack, so of course he has that potential for additional supers, getting you even more health. Let's put this guy first. I want to try and leave a bunch of the greens and blues because we have a orb changing item, so let's use this. Unfortunately, we got all those purples in the middle, but I'll grab those. That's still a pretty decent amount. Because that's the thing, unless you're going to be using items in every turn, which you're not going to be on things like Super Battle Road or some of the harder events. So we don't want to... I mean, I could have brought items to completely change the field into AGL orbs, but it's not a realistic showing of what he's actually going to do in an event. So, we'll see what we can get up to this time. At least he has the links with the Angel Golden Frieza, so he has Brutal Beatdown for some extra attack. But yeah, still not quite hitting that 1.5 from the last turn. So he needs a fairly significant amount of orbs to even hit the 1.5 million attack stat. So, and depending on the team you run him on and the other units you have, teams like Resurrected Warriors, he's on the Majin Buu Saga, which has a lot of very good defensive units as well. You're not necessarily going to need a load of HP regeneration. Like, for example, a team like the Super Saiyan 3 category team, whilst it doesn't really fit the theme, I guess, if they had a unit that recovered a bunch of HP at the start of the turn, that would be very welcome on that team, because that team is very offensively based, but doesn't have a ton of great defensive options outside of the STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. So, something like that would be very welcome, whereas on this team, the fact that one of his main improvements is giving you a little bit of extra health, and then his other improvement is still not getting him up to the attack stat levels that you would want for a Rainbow Starred unit on that team. So I feel like it is a little bit disappointing. But let's see if we... let's jump into the first turn of the Harudegan event just so we can get off one more attack. We've got the support unit in the Int Metal Cooler as well. So we will get a nice little attack boost from him as well. Let's see what we can get out of him. So I'm gonna have to put the Kid Buu first because obviously we want the that brutal beatdown. But and see, again, you're gonna get into situations like this a lot where, I mean, even being able to pick up 6 key, that is sometimes going to be your best option on a normal rotation without using items. So there wasn't a ton of green orbs, so it wasn't really worth using the orb changer there, because we don't need to pick up specifically AGL. So yeah, again, picking up 6 orbs with an attack support unit on the rotation, he didn't hit 1.5 again. So unfortunately, I'd have to say for the AGL Kid Buu EZA, a little bit underwhelming. It's not like the current new wave of EZAs that we've seen, where they are taking the place of the newer units once they are EZA'd. I feel like the Ink Kid Buu is still probably better in almost every way than this guy. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Who do you think is the best Kid Buu? I mean, it's got to be between the AGL and the Int one. The free-to-play STR one is... it's not really going to be up there. He's basically just SA fodder. So let me know who you think is the best Kid Buu. How do you feel about this EZA compared to some of the recent ones we've got? I definitely feel it is a little bit underwhelming. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe for more regular Dokkan Battle content. You can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at the Master Ningen, or join my Discord. The link will be in the description down below. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.